Hey guys, how are we doing? Crypto Insight UK here, bringing you back another video. And this whole video is going to be focused on XRP. I'm going to try and stay calm, but things are looking pretty exciting. Nothing is yet confirmed, so I do want to start the video in that way because I will probably get away with myself a little bit in this video. I want to show you the daily, weekly, monthly. Monthly closes tomorrow. We're starting to get a bit of a push from XRP today. Looking firstly at CoinMarketCap. I know my screen's cutting this off a little bit. I don't know how to really move it across while we're live. I can't really do that for you. But we're 70% up on volume in the last 24 hours. That's the reason I wanted to show you CoinMarketCap volume. So people are trading XRP. And if we look at where that is, it was showing me a second ago that there's a lot more volume coming from sexes rather than dexes. So like traders are trading essentially, rather than it being like DeFi. So that's out the way now. Volume was the first thing I wanted to show you. On the hourly time frame, we're starting to get a bit of a break. RSI and stochastic RSI have gone into the overbought areas. Not uncommon. But normally when we get these overbought areas on the hourly look, if we look here, I've put charts about this on X before. When we get these overbought areas on the hourly is when we start to see a larger move. You see the overbought, and it's not the end of the move, is basically my point. Even though it might have a little correction, it does seem to follow on higher when we get into these overbought areas. So it hasn't signaled the end of the move previously when we've been overbought. So don't be too worried about that on the hourly to start with. In terms of price action, sorry, let's move one of my lines. In terms of price action, what we're looking for is to get out of this Elliott wave structure. Well, not get out of it, but to start the wave one of the larger wave three. Wave 3 is the largest out of the 5 waves in Elliott wave theory. 1 and 5 are normally the same length as are 2 and 4, similar lengths anyway, and time. And wave 3 is normally the largest if we follow textbook Elliott wave. So that basically, if we break and hold above this 64-cent line, it would indicate to me that we've started wave 3, or my wave count in this area has been wrong, but it would be most likely to indicate to me that wave 3 has started. As I said, time is also an aspect that plays into things. Unless this is like a long wave 1 and a wave 2, but as is a 5 wave, I'd say pretty clear impulsive move from the lows. I would expect that this next wave would be wave 3. Maybe the ABC correction as I've showed here, which I know it looks really messy, but I'm just trying to show you guys how it could potentially have played out. So we've got 5 waves down of the A leg of the wave 2. So it goes in the larger wave, 5 wave move. The wave, let me see if I can find Elliott waves. Where are we? So this will be the larger move. I'm going to zoom out so you can see. This would be wave 1 to here. Wave 2 is this ABC, wherever that comes in. So within wave 1, there's a 5 wave move to the upside. Within wave 2, there's an ABC correction to the downside. So that could be wave 2. And then this could be the start of wave 3 that we're starting now. And I would expect that to come up somewhere between 80 cents and $1.20. So let's just say $1.06. And then wave 4 comes down, but if it's going to be like wave 2, it will just be something long and drawn out, a little bit like that. Not long, but I mean like not much for deep pullback. And then wave 5 up something along those lines. And that's in no way accurate because I've looked at nothing to compare it to where like resistance levels are, etc. But let's have a look. That would just be like, not textbook because I can't just like presume that would happen, but that would look quite nice actually. Break above the high that we set for the when we got told that XRP was not a security, and rebound onto that. But I'm going to get rid of that now. That's just to show you what we're looking for. Nothing has yet confirmed, as I said. So if we get this break and hold above 64 cent, that's where you could consider potentially the start of wave 3 has already started, that larger wave that might take us out between like 80 and $1.20. So if we just have a look at generic price action, I'll take the RSI off now. I'm going to show you the hourly, the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, the monthly. So if we just quickly look at generic price action here, we're still stuck within this range that we've been stuck in for a while. I'm going to put on the daily just to show you this range. You'll know this range if you've been watching my channel. I've talked about this a lot. I've said that we've had some liquidity grabs below this range, but we've basically been trading between around 46 cent and 75 cent for about a year. That was the ruling. Judge Torres, XRP is not a security. And then obviously we're waiting for judgment from Judge Torres about the remedies and the end of the Ripple SEC case, so long as the SEC don't appeal, which I presume they will, or I presumed they would until they started to get this pressure from Congress, going into the presidential elections. That leans me towards the fact they might not now. They might not appeal if they get the remedies on this case. So we've looked at the hourly. Next, let's look at the 4 hourly. So we've got a lot to talk about. I'm going to try and keep this going pretty quickly. Again, against the dollar. On the 4 hour, it's even more bullish when we get overbought on the 4 hourly RSI. That's when we start to print some big ass candles, to be honest. Last time we got overbought on the 4 hours right here. Price action was at 47 cents. We didn't top until 64 cents. So that's a decent gain from there. Let's actually have a look. Pardon me, excuse me. Just having my coffee and getting a bit excited. 36% move. Here we did touch the overbought and then we did sell off after that. But this has all been when we were like trending sideways and downtrending. This is more of a bullish structure now. So if we get into that overbought area, I presume it will act as it has in previous bull markets. So 4 hourly looking all right. The stochastic RSI again has bounced in the oversold, coming back up sharply. That the steepness of the RSI is something to take into consideration when you're doing your technical analysis. So the stochastic RSI is looking good on the 4 hour. The daily time frame, let's have a look at that. This is one of them that gets me pretty excited right now. And again, talking about when the daily goes into the overbought area, this is where it went into the overbought. Let's just say here, even though I'll go halfway through this candle, because this is the candle that does it in. We'll go for here. And again, overbought. So 20% when it starts to hit the overbought area. But if you look historically, when it hits overbought times, it's the start of a move, not the end. XRP moves pretty quick, so let's just say here. And again, this isn't a bullish time period, actually. So I'm going to go back to a bullish time period when XRP hits the overbought area. So here, bullish time period, hits overbought, let's say right here, and rips up 236% in, well, probably does that in like a week. So this is the sort of thing that we're looking for. We're looking for these moves. Stochastic is again coming up off the oversold. And I feel excited. XRP is 5% up on the day. Like, you've got to feel excited in these times and really hope for those pushes and those closes above the key levels. We're close. We're close, but we haven't got it yet. Weekly time frame. This one's a bit more dodgy. Yeah, stochastics right in the oversold. I don't have too much data to show that when stochastic gets oversold that's pretty good on the weekly. So that's kind of a negative, I would say, the weekly time frame. Apart from the fact the RSI, the weekly RSI has broken out of a key downtrend on the RSI, not the stochastic. So weekly, let's just have a look at a different chart. It's a bit messy here. Weekly is important to look at on this wedge pattern. We've got the weekly open outside of the wedge for the first time. If we get a perfect candle close, so both open and close outside of this wedge, it's looking pretty bullish for the future. Again, though, nothing's confirmed. But then, so the daily's looking good, the short-term time frame's looking good, at 4 hourly, etc. Weekly's looking average, but in a technical level outside of the wedge looking good. Monthly is looking great. Monthly's looking great. I've seen a few people posting charts of the monthly. Monthly's like eating. Let me just take these drawings off so you can see on the monthly. It's eating all these months, all of these months of consolidating in 1 month so far. It's eating it. And the monthly close is in 1 hour, 1 day and 13 hours. This is why I wanted like some more pushing just for the end of the month. It'd be just give us 1 day and 13 hours of positive price action. Dream scenario is 10-20% day today, and we just continue tomorrow like another 10% or something. That's obviously what everyone wants to see, but that's dream scenario for like a monthly close. It eats all of this basically, these orders. It eats it all up, all of this resistance, with the stochastic RSI bouncing from a low at an extremely, like almost a vertical move up, and the RSI coming above 50 with a bullish cross on the SMA. So monthly's looking good, and so that's daily, weekly, and monthly time frame against the dollar that we've looked at now. Again, the monthly close would be outside of this wedge that we're talking about. You know where my price targets are. I'm going to put it on logarithmic, which is going to get rid of the lines of the wedge. It's going to make it less accurate, but just so you can see more easily. I am looking up here. You know that I'm looking up here for my price targets, guys. Yeah, I'm looking up to, sorry, that's not drawn in accurately. That's why it's like that. I'm looking up here for my price targets between 12 and and $15 is basically what I've always thought. So again, that's still not accurate. Let's see if that does it. Yeah, lovely. Now we're going to look at Bitcoin against ETH and Bitcoin against, no, sorry, XRP against Bitcoin and XRP against ETH. XRP against Bitcoin, we'll zoom in on that quickly. Again, closing above that key level for the first time on the monthly. We've just taken back 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 4 months of price action in 1 month. Again, look at the stochastic RSI curling up and the standard RSI starting to curl up. Against Ethereum, this one's the interesting one for me. Again, the verticality of the stochastic RSI and the RSI in general potentially curling up. I said I wanted to close with that grey box. We've not quite got that yet. That's why I would just love a little bit more performance the next day and a half. Come on, XRP. We've got the nice first close above this level. I said if we close above that level, we're going to start sending it. Let's get to the daily time frame now, just to show you that proof of when we close above that level. Okay, we close above the level here. This was the line I wanted to close above. Bang, big green candles. I said this would happen. This is the level I also wanted to close above. We didn't quite get it. We came back down, built up some more energy, retested that old resistance as support one more time. Boom, sent it. Again, the daily stochastic looks like it's ready to turn up. Let's look on the weekly against Ethereum. As soon as we got the closes above these lines, guys, we sent it. This is what I'm looking for. And these candles will get bigger. I genuinely believe they're about to get much bigger. We get this close, this monthly close in here. You're going to see big boy candles. That's my expectation. It doesn't mean it's definitely going to happen, but that's my thought process. You get big boy candles like this. We've not really seen big boy candles on Ethereum for a long time. This must be since 2017. Yeah, XRP engulfed Ethereum's market cap in 2017 twice. It can do it again, whether people like it or not. It's technically possible, because if it's happened in the past, it's possible for it to happen again. It doesn't mean that it's likely or whatever, but if we get this close, I think we're going to see a big candle next month. Maybe we have a month of consolidation or whatever, but when it starts to get its move, guys, it's going to be big green candles. And that's my thought process. It's proven here on XRP against Bitcoin. You have these 1, 2, 3, 4. You get the close above the area that you want. Bang, 2 big monthly candles. Here, you get the close above the areas that you want. Bang, bang, bang. Big monthly candles come through. That's how it works on the bullish time scales for XRP. This long consolidation, drawn out bearish periods for a few months or weeks of monthly bullish, a few months or weeks of bullish price action. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Can we get the closes for XRP? It's not a guarantee, but I am excited, and I'm sure you can tell that from this video. Someone was talking about Bollinger Bands being the tightest they've ever been. So let's have a look at Bollinger Bands. Let's have a look. I saw it a few times over there on X. Bollinger Bands the tightest they've ever been on the monthly. That just means that volatility is incoming. As you can see, when they squeeze like this, it means the volatility is coming, basically, and volatility can be to the upside or to the downside, guys. Don't think that it's definitely going to be up. I just feel like it is. But they're indicating there's going to be an explosion one way or another, and it looks bullish at the minute. Again, above 64 cent is the first area to claim. So let's just finish on that, actually. I'm going to show you the key areas that I want to claim for XRP. Remember, this is on the logarithmic now, so the lines of the wedge are not that accurate. It'd be lovely to see a close above 75 cent on the monthly. Obviously, it's a massive ask from here. It would mean that we have to perform an extra from where we are already up 5% currently on the day. This doesn't mean the day's going to finish 5% up. We're currently up 5% on the day at the time of recording. We'd need an extra 20% in the next day and a half. And then we're looking brilliant. I mean, that's possible. But then let's just have a more realistic, zoomed in perspective. Obviously, we want the 64 cent close. That would indicate that we're starting our wave 3. And then again, that is actually, even on the daily time frame, that's our main area that we want to close above. It is this resistance of the top of the range we've been stuck in for a while. Above that 75 cent mark, really. Could say above 70, above this area here, but we're looking for the monthly close. If we can imagine we get a 20% move in the next 1 day and 12 hours, I'm going to be going off pop on Twitter, honestly. I'm going to be saying this is it. This is our time. But yeah, we need to see the wider market not shit the bed as well, to be completely honest. If the wider market starts shitting the bed, it will take XRP down, or at least there's less liquidity to pump into XRP as XRP continues its rally, if it does start to go now. So the wider market and the market cap in general starts to increase and XRP starts to rip. Then we've got the cocktail or the perfect formula for something massive. They're the things I'm watching out for. I feel like I've got away with myself a little bit, like I thought I would in this video, because it is exciting. Like, we've been here for 7 years, like some of us. And I've been talking about XRP through the hate for a long time. So let's see if we can get some positive price action. I'll try never to be too moon boy about it. You don't often see me come on here and say exciting things like this about XRP. So I am feeling it. I'm feeling good, and it looks good. We've had our first, like, little temptation that it's good. Nothing's confirmed, as I've said, but I'm getting excited about it. I really am, and I try not to do that, because it's a not demoralizer. It just teaches you patience. Like, something that I wanted to learn was patience, and XRP's taught me that. So nothing's ever a given, but it's starting to look good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you enjoy, please subscribe and share with a friend. It does really help me out, and it's free to do. But yeah, if you want me to cover anything else, let me know. Peace up, A-Town down, as Crypto Insight UK would say.